Welcome back to the Matcham Experience. Today, I have an interesting thought on my mind, and the thought that I was just thinking about was that you have a moral duty to do something with your life. Now, how could you have a moral duty to do this? I guess the first thing I would want to search up here, I'm just going to Google it on my phone on the dictionary app, is what does moral mean? To have a moral duty. I want to know the definition before I start talking. So moral, the definition of that is it's an adjective of relating to or concerned with the principles or rules of right conduct or the wrong or the distinction between the right and wrong. Semicolon, ethical. The next definition: expressing or conveying truth or counsel as to right conduct, as a speaker or as a literary work. So, what is your moral duty? It's your way of expressing or conveying truth or counsels as to right conduct. You're acting in the right way. Your moral duty is something that it's something that you almost have to do. So it's a very, when you really get down to this is a really deep claim. Now, is there a moral duty in life? Do you have a moral duty? In a sense, yes, I think you do. Here's why. And I think you know you do. And may and you can always, this is like a fundamental claim, right? So you can, it's not the same as a scientific truth where it's a fact, but it can still be true. And I think that's one part where, if you follow Jordan Peterson and Sam Harris and you saw their debates nearly a year ago, that's one part where Sam and Jordan really got caught up on. You can really see this in their first podcast together where they can't agree on the definition of truth. Now, I will say the truth that Jordan Peterson is talking about is the one I'm talking about here as well. And I will say that I don't know if language is adapted perfectly to these different ideas that we're trying to convey. Although maybe it is. I'm not a linguist. I don't know. It actually might be. I can think of ways it might be. I'm not saying it isn't. So what could our moral duty be? Well, Jordan makes the case that your moral duty is to basically, well, you kind of already know what your moral duty is. If you ask yourself, you ask your bloody conscience, am I doing things that I know are making everything worse, that I know I'm doing and that I could stop? Things come into your mind right away. No matter the size, there could be big things, and the thing is you want to cut them down into micro goals and make those bigger things into smaller things, and these smaller things that you can see yourself stopping can lead you towards that bigger goal. I want to transition. Let me just write down this, but I have another thing. Do you have a moral duty is what I'm going to title this. But I have another topic to talk about, and it's related to Jordan Peterson as well. Do you have a moral duty, though? That's the title of this podcast. Now, what was the other thing I was going to talk about? Give me 1 second here to think. Do you have a moral duty?